Alrighty. This video is going to go over the tools that you'll be using on a very regular basis as an SDR. Um, One of the reasons I created this video is I actually get this question a lot. Like, how do we end up executing XYZ? Like, I get that, I get the SDR responsibilities, blah, 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 but how do we actually get it done? Like, what softwares do you guys use? Should I go get any certifications? A lot of people looking into the breaking into tech sales are worried that because they don't have tech experience or because they don't have sales experience that they should go and get some certifications or take some sort of sales boot camp. And that's just that's really not the case. You don't have to do that. These tools are not complicated. Um, And so you learn them on the job pretty quickly. Within a couple of weeks or a couple of months, you're going to know how to use these tools. Um, and so it's not expected for that you're not expected to know this stuff coming into it. Um, and so don't worry about it. But nonetheless, I want to give you a primer. I want to again like really expand your knowledge of what the day to day of the SDR role looks like so that as you're interviewing and as you're crafting your interview responses and sending your applications and all that stuff, so you can understand what it's all gonna look like. And then if you can understand that, you're gonna translate and translate your experience already and sell yourself a lot better. So there's really three tools here. And again, none of these require certification. They're not complicated. Is just for you to know. Simply having the knowledge that these exist and how they work is going to be really helpful for you. So there's tools that help you with sourcing. Um, and so sourcing basically means you're finding these leads or companies somewhere. There's databases to help you with that. There's software databases that provide you with the proper people at companies, their business contact information, such as their email address or work line. And so, for example, if you're selling marketing software, you would go to ZoomInfo and type in marketing directors at e-commerce companies who make 10 to 100 10 million to $1 billion a year in revenue. Find me those leads. And so you type that into the software or into LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and they pop up. And then that's basically step one. That's sourcing. So the most common names you'll hear are ZoomInfo, Apollo, and Sales Navigator, LinkedIn Sales Navigator. But I wouldn't pay too much attention to the names because this can change in any given year. There's new companies popping up all the time, and there's a lot of competition out there. So don't worry too much about the names as much as you should worry about what they do. And in this case, the sourcing softwares, what they do is they just help you find the right people and their contact info. That's it. Um, and then after you find those people, you enter them into a CRM. The most common names right now are Salesforce and HubSpot. Those are the two most common CRM softwares on the market. They're great. Um, and a CRM basically is a customer relationship management software. What that means is basically this software is used to help you keep track of and maintain hundreds of thousands of leads. So imagine a software company with 100 salespeople, let's say. My current company has over 300 salespeople. Those 300 salespeople each have tons of leads and tons of companies that they're working with or chasing, or managing. And so a company needs a CRM, a database for themselves to keep track of all the leads and all the sales opportunities that they're driving. So really that's what CRM is. It's a software to keep track of sales opportunities and leads. Otherwise, they end up getting lost or kept in someone's private computer. So it's a really good way for your own company to keep track of everything that's going on from the sales side. So in many cases, you're sourcing leads and then you're putting into the CRM software. And then after that, it's cadencing software. So I already taught you a little bit about cadencing and what that is and why that's so important. The most popular names right now are SalesLoft and Outreach. But again, don't worry about, don't get caught up on the names of the cadencing software. These change regularly. Every couple of years, there's a new and better cadencing software on the market that everyone starts to adopt. But basically, cadencing software helps you automate the emailing and cold calling process. You still have to craft the emails, and you still obviously have to speak with clients or potential clients, and cold calling does really work. So you'll get to speak to a lot of people, but the software helps you automate that process so that you're not dialing hundreds of people. Instead, the software is dialing for you. It's really cool what it can do now. And then there's software that also automates the emails so that those emails go out without you having to do anything. They go out once you on your behalf to the people that you ask the software to send them to. So that's basically what cadencing software is in a nutshell. And really, like, honestly, that summarizes essentially the tools that you'll be using as an SDR. There's not that many. Um, a few tools really are a few powerful tools is really the secret to success in the SDR world, and so you'll run into these very commonly. Um, sure, there will be other tools here and there that you guys use, but these three are the most universal ones. So if you have a strong understanding of these three, you'll be in a really good shape to land the SDR role and really have an understanding of what you're going to be doing after. Um, and like I mentioned before, LinkedIn Sales Navigator and Salesforce right now, at the time of this video, are the most widely used tools in the B2B sales environment in the tech industry. So there's no need to master them now. Again, you don't need to go get a certification and pay hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars for those. Um, of course, there's a lot of people that will tell you those are successful, and while I'm sure they're helpful, you don't need them. You will learn a lot of this stuff on the job as time goes on, but awareness of these tools will help. And lastly, I do want to say that this is a perfect example of a B2B sale and how B2B sales actually work. So you coming into the tech industry, you're applying to these companies and you're looking to break into the tech industry. And in the end, you working for a tech company, you'll be selling software. But as a software company, you also go and buy software from other software companies. And so it's this awesome industry where companies are buying from each other all the time so that they can be successful. And as a salesperson on the sales team, you're using software like SalesLoft or Outreach, and your company had to pay thousands of dollars, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on how many licenses they bought of this software, so that you, as the SDR, can come in, be successful, and go and find revenue for your company. So I wanted to outline that because if you're not used to B2B, the B2B industry and the tech industry, this is a classic example of how the buying process works and why other companies buy software too. So anyway, that's the top three tools that you'll be using: sourcing, CRM, and cadencing. I recommend you Google them and find some YouTube videos on them. But in a nutshell, that's what you'll be leveraging day to day.